Hi, this is Anna. Welcome to my channel. In our last video, we learned integer numeric types. Our today's topic is floating point numeric types. Let's start with understanding what is a floating point number. It's not the whole number, it's a number with fractional part. We also call it as decimal part. For example, 10.73, 11.001, etc. are the floating point numbers. You can also call it as decimal numbers. Here is the list of built-in data types available in C# to represent the floating point numbers. They are float, double and decimal. As you can see, each of them has got approximate range, precision, size and .NET type. Range of data type tells us about the range of the values allowed for that data type. The precision indicates how many digits are allowed after the decimal point. In case of float data type, the precision is approximately 6 to 9 digits. Size of a data type specifies the amount of memory that gets allocated. For example, in case of float, the size is 4 bytes. .NET type specifies the corresponding .NET type. As you might know, .NET supports several other languages along with C# like VB.NET, F#, etc. Having the corresponding .NET type helps all these languages to be interoperable. Having the corresponding .NET type makes these languages interoperable. In case of float, the .NET type is system.single. System is the namespace name and single is the structure within that namespace. Now we will understand few factors that differentiate these data types. The first fact is about the precision. Float is a single precision data type which takes 32 bits of memory, and double is a double precision data type, that means which takes 64 bits of memory, and decimal takes 128 bits of memory. The second difference is float and double are binary floating point type, that is their base is 2, and decimal is a floating decimal point type, that is base is 10. Float and double are intended to represent the values that are extremely large or extremely small and often are imprecise, whereas decimal is appropriate for the calculations that require large number of significant integers and fractional digits and no round-off errors. Open the Visual Studio and create simple console application. Here we have to select console application template type. Click on Next. Give some appropriate name. Click on Next and create. Our console application is ready. Now we will understand few factors related to floating point data types. Now what we shall do? We shall declare a variable using float data type. Here is our variable with the name f1. One thing you should remember is whenever you assign a value to float variable, don't forget to append the letter f. This is to help the compiler to differentiate between the float and double values. As I told you earlier, internally float is represented as a structure. Let's verify that. Right click on the float keyword. You can choose either peak definition or go to definition. I'll say go to definition. Here is the metadata file. Metadata file gives us the information about the data. Here you can see struct is the keyword that tells us that single is a structure. And this structure has got so many members. Now we shall come back to our main program. First we shall verify the range of float data type. We are taking the help of two constants, min value and max value. They help us to find out the range of float data type. Now we will save our changes and try to run this. Here is the range. I hope you are aware of the writeline method. In case of console applications, we use writeline methods to print the output on the screen. You can do the same thing with the double or decimal. If you look at the members, we have a member called equals. Now I'll show you how to use this equals method. I will declare one more variable. that is F2, and I'll assign some value. Here I am using the equals method to check whether the variables F1 and F2 are equal. I am taking help of if condition to check, and I am printing the message. Now we will save and see the output. See, in our example, F1 and F2 were not equal, so it is checking and printing the message variables F1 and F2 are not equal. The same way you can pick any of the data types and you can experiment with any of the methods. I hope you are clear with the concepts. In our next video, we will learn about Boolean data types. Thanks for your time and do subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thanks again.